getting their quarterback going. This transfer quarterback has been everything they needed and more. They are so grateful they picked him up in the portal. And now today, he is close to going over 3,000 yards for the season. They feel confident with the script. They meet every Friday night to see exactly what plays the quarterback likes. So they are confident they'll get him that mark early in the game. I'll keep you posted to how that looks down here on the field. Reese?
Holly, thank you. So North Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial. Motion's under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Good timing on the quick out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And what moves this guy has. The juice, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got his man on the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Leaves it with the back. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
And the Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. To the ground. He's got it again. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. The sure hands, it's York. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Throws it deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. A little release to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. You just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Caught in the backfield, it's Dozier. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
With the catch, it's Snow.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it and fires to the left. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Running inside, it's Goss. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. Final game of the regular season, and you just hope this is not serious. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The short hands, it's Snow. Great move. Now he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Final game of the regular season, and you just hope this is not serious. The Wolfpack picked up that last first down with a completion. Let's see what they do here. Takes the handoff. It's Goss.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
7-yard pickup. They come to the line 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Here's a little room there. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll return it. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give on the option. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. On the delay, it's Hall. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Edwards. Here's the pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. The 40.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. They want to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Dozier. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's gone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking for a big gain. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might have a chance. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Got his man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Scott. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. NC State will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Complete. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points.
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Right on the money. At midfield, he's got room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. To the air on first down. Quickly to the flat wide receiver screen. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Wants to fire on second down. Completes it in the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Quickly to the tight end. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Wolverines, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the number 1 team in the country. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Chapel Hill. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, guys. Checking in with the NC State head coach at the half. He loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Quickly out to the tight end. Just plowing ahead. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Gauze. There's a crease. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Running behind that left side. He's wrestled to the ground. The 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Gauze. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Gets it to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You can see why this running back is on the field on 3rd down. He's a weapon in the passing game. Really nice job by the quarterback. He got through his progressions really, really quickly. Found the running back, just dumped it off, and he was able to make something happen with it, move the chains, keep the offense on the field.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point...
It's a fumble on the play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
These little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers, they're just so dynamic.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense
turning it on. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Might be changing the route. Might as well stick with him. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Bailey. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time. So
hits the afterburners. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play...
Maybe some room here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, NC State. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's York. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The run inside. It's Hall. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang there.
There he goes. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
That's caught. It's shipped. Wide receivers all over the place. Trips to the left on 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Hall. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long. So that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Edwards. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Tar Heels will punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the draw, it's Scott. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Breaks into the open. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. On the option. He'll pitch it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Scott. Makes it past the marker. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change.
Got a little grass. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And he put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's York. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Reads it, fires complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
Sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year.